I'm seeing you. I'm hitting you up too much now.
All right, now it's getting a little ridiculous. I mean, like the two is like I
Yeah, a
took,
little
and now it's
ridiculous.
like, hey man, what's going on here? What's
Mike,
up, dude?
man, bro, your
Yeah,
name, day two now. We're on day two of this
yeah,
announcement,
yeah,
and it's
me,
more conversation. You know, it's funny. Yesterday, you asked me a question about was Av hitting on you, right? And I
yeah.
felt like I didn't feel that way. But now that I'm seeing a lot of people are very vocal and saying that you are not a good representation, sir, for a New York City battle rapper for New York and Philly. You say what to that?
Is the card called Philly versus Brownsville?
No, sir.
Is the card versus Philly versus Harlem?
No, sir.
Is it Philly versus NYC?
That's
No,
that's what I
right?
thought. New York City.
It's Philly versus New York, right? So
All right.
like I'm from New York. And if you want to talk about like representing, bro, I've rep New York better than anybody in the last like 8 years on URL. So like, what the fuck is anyone talking
Let's talk
about?
about it. Talk about it. Let's
I
talk
mean,
about
you
that.
talk about chess, talk about wavy, talk about steams, talk about any. Are there any representatives of New York anymore besides the veterans? Where are the actual representatives of New York? Like the last decade, I've been like the only fucking one that actually is good enough to say that they rep New York. So hell yeah, bro. If anyone got a problem with that, they can't. What the fuck are they gonna do?
You, Jazz,
I'm from New
Cortez Pittman.
York, bro.
You
I'm
know.
from New York. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about, man? People are so stupid. And then it'd be non-battlers, like y'all don't even represent New York. Like, so for people to say that, like, just because you live in Brooklyn, I still rep New York before you do.
Mm.
Just because you from Queens, Yonkers, Staten, like I rep New York before you do. If you don't rap, you don't represent New York battle rap, right? So like I heard I saw a space. I can't stay in spaces for more than 15 seconds. But I walked into Cola spaces for 20 seconds because I saw Rosenberg was on it, and then I didn't hear anybody talking about it, but I heard people talking about the difference between like living in like saying you from like they were talking about like Rochester, like the difference
Upstate.
between Rochester and like the borough. Yeah, that's New York. New York is a state.
State,
I
right?
live in that state. Long Island is 20 times bigger than every borough combined. So it's like Long Island is New York. It's a big, big part. And if we're being technical, Brooklyn and Queens is attached to that shit. Brooklyn and
I was born
Queens
in
is
Brooklyn.
Long
You are right.
Island, bro.
I'm born in Brooklyn.
That shit
You
is
are right.
connected. You connected to Long Island. So
Right. Right.
like, what are you? I don't. It's so stupid, man. Like, hey, bro. Like, if you think I'm not a, if you think I'm a bad representative, put me up against a good one. I guarantee I beat him.
Mm.
Who's a good representative of new, especially the new era? I know the new era. You ain't got nobody. Listen, don't hit me with the Lux and the Mooks and all that shit. But
Yeah.
let me tell you something. If you're talking to me, bro, like I think I could beat just about anybody. So, I'm as good as a representative of New York as you could possibly get. Like what is this?
All
I don't
right.
get it.
How much does Long Island play a part in it? Let's stick with the city of Long Island. Because I'm from Brooklyn, and let's be honest, people have tried to front on Long Island LI for years.
Right,
I used to
right,
go to Wine Dance, Hempstead, and all these places back in Floral Park. I'm a Jets fan. I used to go watch them back in the day and everything, right?
right.
How much does LI play a part? They try to front on Long Island. Can we go there
I'm.
first?
I mean, do you front on Busta Rhymes?
No. Public Enemy?
Do you
Rakim?
front on
No.
Public Enemy? Do you front on
Rakim?
Rakim? Do you front on EPMD?
No.
Do you front on Mob
De La
Deep?
Soul? De La
Do
Soul?
you front
No.
on De La Soul? Like, what the fuck y'all talking about, man? Long Island is New York before most of the boroughs are, bro. Like, we got some of the best. We got some of the best talents ever that came from LI. So it's not. Listen. It's a sense of I can't put my finger white on it. Like
I was going in that.
I'm trying to get the white answer to this that I just can't. Like, it's white around the corner. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Just give me a second. It's
I was
that.
going
Listen,
there.
man. It's that before it's anything. Let's keep it real, bro.
Absolutely.
It's that before it's anything. If you and you know what, man? What are you gonna say when I'm the best performance of that entire fucking card?
Mm.
What you gonna say? You're not gonna rep. You're not gonna rep me. You're not gonna rep me then. Like I don't need y'all support. I don't even need, bro. Long Island don't even like. Long Island barely supports themselves too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's all a mess, man. Like you know how they always say like you always got to leave your hometown. You know what I mean? And it's
Yes,
like it's
I left New
always the
York years
people
ago. Yes,
in your
yes.
hometown that want to hurt you and they want to hate on you. Like it really is like that. You know what I'm saying? So I rep Long Island 100%. 516-631 exit 25. Mark Teixeira jerseys everywhere. Shout out to my man Rich. But like, bro, you know, if you're gonna leave it up to anybody, leave it up to people from where you're from to tell you that you can't represent because Philly ain't doing that.
Right, Philly's not
Philly
doing
ain't doing that. So
No.
so if I'm on this card, like, and there's New Yorkers in the building, am I even supposed to care about them? Which side are you on? Are you on Philly or are you on New York? If you on New York, shut the fuck up. I'm representing y'all. I'm trying to rep y'all. If you don't, I'll walk in that bitch with a Phillies cap.
Oh God!
I'll walk
Yo,
in that
Mike.
bitch with a I'll walk in that bitch with a cheesesteak. You think I give a fuck? Yo, 3. I think you kind of getting a pattern for me, right? Like that, like I don't care.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
Like
You don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not tied to anybody. Like I'm
Right.
not cool. Like I don't consider nobody my like a friend in this battle shit. I'm not on no teams. I don't like write with people. Like I don't do any of that shit.
I think you like it that way,
care.
Mike.
You know, always been that way. I've always been that way, bro.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, and look at how far I've gotten. I've gotten without. And are you talking to the third? You talking to the original third member of Gun Titles, brother? You talking to someone that turned down Gun Titles, bro?
Oh Lord.
Now I don't know if that's stupidity or not, but like I would voice it on like I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know you, like, I represent myself, and myself is from New York.
How much? Let's be honest. Let's have a real conversation right quick.
Yeah.
How much is pigmentation play a part? Complexion play a part? Let's be honest.
Huge part.
Huge part. Does that bother you?
There's nah, because if it you know, we're talking about the minority here. You know what I'm saying? So like if it really did play, it plays a huge part in haters.
Okay.
It plays a huge part in negative people saying negative things. If it played a huge part in my career, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I've gotten.
Far as you got. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like I am more successful than a lot of people that are in this game, white or black. So to say that being white holds me back, absolutely not. But it does. It's an easy excuse. It's low hanging fruit to pick and immediately like. But then it's like, I don't know, bro. It's embarrassing for people that say that because it's like if I smoke you and I out rap you or I know more about the game than you, then like who's the, you know what I mean? Like who's the unseasoned person? Who's the real, like who's real hip hop? You know what I'm saying? Is like everybody that's not white more hip hop than white people based off their color? I wouldn't say so. I know more about the game than a lot of people do, and it doesn't matter what race I am. I think I'm nicer than a lot of people are. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, what race I am. It's just weird. It plays a part in the bullshit.
Yeah.
But like the bullshit does not outweigh the positive. You know what I'm saying? That's why like for me, I always get a rep like that I'm hated on. But it's like if you took one breeze through my socials, like 99.9% of it is love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that minority is usually, you know, they try to be as loud as possible. But
let me ask you a question. How tough is it for white battle rappers in this culture?
I don't even know. I don't know, bro. It hasn't been
because you survived. Let's be honest. URL is predominantly a black league, right? And you survived that over a lot of your counterparts.
I will say this forever, bro. I will go down as the only white guy on URL. I am the only white guy that ever thrived in the URL. You've had a couple appearances from Real Deal. You've had some.
He had some good appearances on Real Deal, though.
You had like none for a few years. Like, bro, for 8 years, dog. Like, I was on mid to main cards, like as the only white guy, as the only one. So like, for me, it was easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for me because like I don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at it as like And I feel like the last thing I'm gonna complain is being white in a black man's world, right?
Right,
It's like,
right.
oh man, you don't know, dude. It's so hard here. Like, gotta put a documentary out. Like, nah, like it's not. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and complain. I'm accepted, and that's something I should be grateful for in the first place. You know what I'm
Were
saying? That
were you expecting people to front on you when you got announced to hold down New York?
of
Did that bring it back to
course.
your mind?
Yeah, but people are nah, man. Yo, you're gonna get negativity no matter what.
Right.
And I mean, if you look at the overall reaction to me and Rosenberg, it's a very positive reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people are
Mm-hmm.
extremely positive about that card. So of course you're gonna get stragglers and idiots and people that already have something set up. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of people that have preconceived notions about me and are just ready for an announcement of mine just to say some shit that they want to. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
nah, man, no, I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. I'm used to
I
that.
saw I saw you and Hollow going back and forth. What was that about?
That's my fault. I just spoke with Hollow on the phone. We did.
Okay, you good. You
Yeah,
good. Good.
yeah, man.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
dude. He's he put me on some game, man.
Dope.
He checked me and corrected an impulse reaction that I had. Earlier on Twitter, I felt like he was shading me, and that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying?
Were you being sensitive, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
You a real one, Mike. You a real one. I know that already. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I think it was above another battler like clearly shading. So it's like I like saw him and then I saw Hollow and I was just like, man, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, and in my head I'm like, Hollow, you for like, yo, Hollow is one of the only battlers that actively will tell the world that I am nice as fuck.
Ace on me too.
Ace I mean too, but I'm talking on that. Hollow is like a
Right.
god
God tier
tier.
level. God tier level.
Hollow's like a Mount Rushmore, and he's the only person that like has publicly multiple times spoke on me positively and always talks about moments. So it was very stupid of me and emotional of me to even assume that he was like trying to publicly diss me when he's probably one of the only ones at that level that will tell people I'm nice. So yeah, he called me immediately because and he was right, bro. I should have DM'd him if I had if I thought it was any issue. I should have reached out to him first, and I didn't. So
How gratifying would it be if you're the MVP of the whole card?
I will be.
You said that with a straight face. I know when you're serious, Mike. I've been dealing with you for 8 years. I know when you're serious.
Yeah, no, I will be. Yeah, nobody can. Shout out to the New York side.
It's bigger than that, right?
I don't think anybody. What?
It's bigger than New York, isn't it, for you?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not from there, so it's like I could only pretend for the night to be a New Yorker. It's always bigger than that. It's always bigger than that. So yeah, I mean, this is I got some stuff. We're working on.
I heard somebody say in the spaces you are not on the front line for New York. I didn't really understand what that meant. Like, we need front line.
What the
like,
fuck are you talking about? Like,
listen, I love Umpi's my guy.
Do I have to fight somebody?
No, we don't gotta go through.
Who do I need to beat up? Like, what's the front line? Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Is the front line like being on battles? I've had like 40 of them.
You're better than some New York dudes and some Philly dudes that's on this card. Respectfully.
Yeah, like way better.
Yeah, so I don't know why we play this game. Like,
yeah, like I said, man, I can't, yeah.
I'm not mad at diversity on the New York side or Philly side. I'm not mad at it at all, to be honest.
Right. And I mean, bro, I saw it with Rosenberg. I saw people that are like, yo, when they gonna stop pretending like Rosenberg ain't from Philly? So it's like, they get it on every side. I know Bill Collector still gets that. You know what I'm saying? That they were just saying it with Roan.
Yes.
They were just saying Roan can't represent Philly, but it's like, that's all he represents. And I get there's like a specific, way to, like locations are specific. But when we're talking about New York, I'm from there. Like, I lived there my whole life. Long Island is in New York.
Yes, it is.
It's just like all these egotistical borough dudes, man, that are just like, if you ain't from Queens, you're not New York. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're connected to me. I could throw a rock at Queens from Long Island. Same with Brooklyn.
So you're not shocked that some New Yorkers are more critical The out-of-towners don't really care. They know you're from New York, or if they don't know, they don't care. Let's just see the battle.
Yeah. They just ask a question like, "Where did you live?" And I say New York, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, okay, you're from New York." Yeah, I mean, leave it to New Yorkers to try to pick that apart. Like, I think nobody else.
We are the worst. We are the
worst, bro. They really are. Oh man, yeah, New York is the absolute worst, man. That's why I'm out of here, bro. That's why I got out of here, dude.
Me too, Mike. I live in Florida. I don't live in New York anymore.
You live in Florida?
I'm in Miami.
Oh, you far away.
Yeah, where you at?
Yeah, I don't make enough money. I'm in Davenport.
Oh yeah, so you know.
Yeah. I actually it's funny because I didn't even know Hollow is back in there too. So I'm actually
Hollow's in New York.
I'm about to meet up with him this week. Yeah,
dope.
100%. Yeah. Florida's nice. It's nice out here.
All right, definitely. Mike, I don't keep you too much, man. I just want to get your take on this. I heard the spaces, and I'm like, yo, this is what we doing, because that didn't crack my mind yesterday. Like, well, where's Mike holding it down? I looked at it more
there's
like,
never a good conversation that starts with I heard it in space. It's like when is there ever something positive that's like I heard in spaces, and then it's something that makes the slightest bit of sense.
Right?
It's just a bunch of dummies that don't even like, if you don't even rap, bro, like you ain't telling nobody who represents what, because you don't represent shit before I don't represent where I'm from. Right? So just because you live in New York, you don't represent New York battle rap. I represent New York battle rap, not you. So anybody talking on it that ain't from New York and does not rap, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down, bro. Like y'all don't represent New York battle rap because you talk about it and that's where you live, bro. Like what do you talk? I do this. Like I've been doing it for 11 years, bro. I got like 50 catalog battles. Like what are we talking about? That's all I do. Long Island, New York.
Mr. Long Island, I appreciate you, King.
Hey, man, you already know. You already know 3.
Peace to love,
really
Mike.
Appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely, man.
You already, my brother.
Yes, sir. Peace.